Morning Dish.
He's the hardest working man in show business. His band's music takes you into the midnight hours. And when you wake up, his voice is back on your radio alarm clock. How on earth did this happen?
Well, Jeff saw me taking out the trash at the radio station.
And he won another award.
But this one is better.
I'm your boogeyman. That's what I am.
It's the Morning Dish with the 2019 Radio Personality of the Year winner, Stephen Phillips.
You paying attention to this, Packy?
And Murphy's own Sherry Raines.
Yeah, you must have given horseback passes to the right guy, Stephen.
Well, giddy up.
And Packy Smith's Shetland pony is right alongside.
You guys know these demo tapes don't just edit themselves together, right?
Well, all right.
3 cheers for Stephen Phillips.
Y'all need to help Stephen Phillips out over there. Out the door and off the radio.
Here's Stephen Phillips.
All righty, folks. Welcome back to the Morning Dish here on Lake 97.7 WJUL. We have got Whey Jennings continuing on the legacy of Waylon Jennings, which is his grandfather. Good morning. How are you, brother?
Doing good. How you doing?
Man, we hanging in there this morning. We don't like getting up early, but here we are. You know how that goes.
Yeah, I know exactly how that goes.
Man, you got a lot of stuff going on, man. You have been, of course, you know, I guess we start back before you were rocking or out playing everywhere. Then the COVID hit, and that kind of shut you down. And but anyway, you got a baby on the way.
Yes, sir. Yes, I do. Matter of fact, that's what I did all day yesterday was I was putting together all these stuff.
Get used to that.
All the baby bed.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's a never-ending story there, brother. So
Yeah, it is. I tell you, I didn't know there was so much stuff, but there is.
It's just getting started. Now, you having a little boy or a little girl?
Little girl.
All right. We got a name picked out for her?
Yeah, her name's going to be Catherine Araya.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's really pretty. Yeah, that's really pretty.
Yeah, I mean, pure music and harmony.
There you go. Well, now, you come from music and harmony. I mean, you growed up with Waylon Jennings. I've seen all kinds of pictures. You just a little old fella up there on the stage with Waylon, so that's really neat. And then here you are out carrying on the legacy of Waylon and Jessi Colter and Shooter Jennings and all of them. I mean, the Jennings family. So how does it feel to be from royalty?
Well, it feels like being just about from anyone else, I reckon. I mean, my family's always been pretty good. But I didn't even know that my grandfather was Waylon. I knew his name was Waylon Jennings, but I didn't know what Waylon Jennings was until I got a little older in life, you know.
Right.
Well, it's the same thing we hear from a lot. We've talked to a lot of folks that kind of grew up in that royalty, as Stephen puts it. And as a kid, you don't realize that it's a big deal till you get a little older. It's just normal behavior to hang around with all these famous folks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at first, before I knew all that stuff, it was pretty much easy going, you know, because people are people, you know. Then I got up there in my teenage years, and it started freaking me out. You know, I got up on stage with my grandfather, and I froze.
Yeah.
And that scared me for a long time. So I went and got me a job and started working for a living. And my mama got sick, and she asked me to try to do something in music. And by that time, I guess I'd gotten over the stage fright, so I got back up there and tried it out, and it stuck. So.
Well, so now how old was you when you did that?
When I started doing it again?
Yeah.
That was about 10 years ago.
Right. Well, you've
I was
gone.
right about 30 years old. It was a little late in life. It was kind of like starting really late, actually. But you know,
Hey, don't tell Stephen that because he's really old and he still thinks he's going to make it.
Yeah.
So don't tell him that.
Yeah. I just don't look as good as you. That's my problem. If I was a little taller, I'd be all right. So now,
well, they say it don't matter what age don't matter. It's just whenever you get out there and do it. If you sound good, you'll make it. You know what I mean?
Well, now you've got some cool songs and stuff. But now during this COVID crisis, have you been working on any new material?
We're actually just now getting around where we can start working on a new album. My guitar player is going to be moving in with me for a little while. We're going to be starting working on this new material I've been working on. But with this COVID thing, everybody's been kind of stuck at home, you know.
Well, now tell us a little bit about this COVID. You kind of got a story about COVID when it hit, because when it hit, I seen the thing where you said you didn't have really anywhere to go. So can you talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, when COVID first started, man, for like the last 10 years, I've been on the road, you know, man. I didn't even really stop to buy me a house or anything like that or get me anywhere to live or nothing. It was just like on the road constantly because I was working 250-something days a year, you know.
Right.
So I'd stay with friends and I'd stay with family as I was going around the country and doing my thing. And this COVID hit, and everybody had somewhere to go but me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was just sort of in my van. And at the time, I really had a pretty bad amphetamine addiction.
Right.
And so I stopped and stopped for a little while. My manager had been begging me to try to get help with that, which I didn't think I had a problem, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you normally
'Cause
don't.
I've been doing it for so long. I mean, 27 years I was on that stuff. So, but it got to the point where I realized maybe they're right. So I went to rehab, and I spent 28 days in the rehab. And I learned more about drugs in that 28 days than I did in 28 years.
Right.
You know? And I got clean, and by the grace of God, I'm still clean. And it's really been great. It saved my life, really.
And that's the thing.
And
yeah.
It's been a blessing of a year. I mean, other than the pandemic, of course, you know.
Right.
But, you know, I've gotten sober. I got married. I got a baby on the way. I bought a house. Everything's been going great. I've been working more than most folks. And,
Well,
you know, it's just been good. I
and that's the
can't
thing,
complain
though, you
about
know.
nothing.
People get out on the road and the drugs is out there, and it seems like it's you know, the all musicians think that they need to, you know, kind of take that route. And of course, even your dad, our grandfather Waylon, you know, he was he was addicted to that kind of stuff for years and years and years, and he turned his life around and come out
he did.
better for it. And then here you are doing the same thing. I'm proud of you. I mean, I really am. I was glad to see that that your post on Facebook has changed dramatically, and like I said, you've turned your life over to the good Lord, which is, I mean, that's the way to go. There's no doubt about it. And then your music seems to me like, and that's the thing about it, you don't realize, you think, you know, you're up there playing and you're on something and you think, oh, I'm doing great, but you don't realize that I mean, I just feel like your music is a whole lot better now than what it was. It's like it's coming of age. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it feels a lot better. It really does. I mean, it seemed like I was trying to rush everything before,
Right.
which everything was getting kind of rushed before. but, you know,
Yeah, amphetamines tend to do that to you. Hey, I'm looking at your Facebook, which is where I guess people can get up and follow you, and it looks like you got a date coming up the 30th of January. Is that true?
yeah, I'm playing in, well, I got 2 dates, actually. let me get here. Okay. I got a show in Bulls Gap on the 29th, and then I got, we're doing the Nashville Keith Whitley Fingerprint on Country Music Awards on January 30th. And Jessi Keith Whitley is a good friend of mine, man. I'm glad he's let me be a part of all that.
That's good.
Well, Keith Whitley was
And then-
awesome talent. It was was a tragic, tragic loss to country music right there.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that's what I'm saying. The music industry, really in life in general, I mean, I don't care what walk of life you're in, drugs and alcohol will bring you down every time.
Yeah.
I mean, every time. I mean, it took a lot. When I realized what the steps were of recovery and all that stuff, because you got to realize that you're defenseless against it, you know what I mean?
Right.
Not just you, but everybody.
Right.
I mean, everybody's defenseless against it. There ain't no way to fix it unless you just quit doing it, you
Right.
know?
Yeah, that's a big step.
And it's just hard.
Yeah.
I mean, Keith Whitley is a good man. He was a really good man. He had beautiful songs. He had a beautiful family, and you know, drinking and drugging. You know,
The
I didn't
alcohol,
want that to be.
that was his demon for sure. He really struggled with it. I know that. So it's terrible.
Well, it's hard to do. You got to realize, being sober now, doing this for a living, it's a lot harder. I mean, it's a lot easier to do this when you got
When
some
you're-
way of getting away from actually realizing you're doing this. You know what I
a
mean?
little bit screwed up there, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. It's harder to do it sober. It really is. I mean, it really is. But
You've
life
had some. You've
will
had
show
some
you the good things.
setbacks. I mean, you recently lost your dad, which was a sad day, and I know unexpectedly. And
Yeah.
we hate that, but I mean, I like. So, what kind of what are we looking for in the future? Where we're going to be at? I mean, we got the 2 dates coming up. I mean, if somebody needs to book you or check you out or any of your music, where do they need to go to?
You can get me on Facebook, but I got a couple shows coming up. I got March 27th. I'm gonna be at Jaffa with Confederate Railroad. I've got hopefully some studio time coming up real soon with my guitar player. Me and him and some studio musicians are gonna go in the studio and work on these songs I've been working on.
Right.
Other than that, I've just been really staying at home a lot and being around my family. I mean, here coming up soon, we're gonna be back getting to work, and I'm gonna be like, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
Because I've been getting so close with my family, you know. But other than that, I've just been working on my house and working on staying sober and working on, you know, staying right with God.
There you go. So now, when is the baby due?
January 25th. No, February 25th. Sorry.
There you go. There you go. And then you'll be putting all that stuff together again. Phew.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're a lot of fun till they get about 16.
Whew, I
Yeah.
know. Well, girls, about 13.
Well, now you've got another kid, right?
I got a couple more kids. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a 17-year-old, and he's still fun. You know,
Right.
he's still a good kid.
Right.
You know, it just depends on what's going on in life, I reckon.
Yeah.
But yeah, they all get wild. I remember when I was 16.
Oh yeah, we all try to live down the stuff that we did, and yeah, I'm with you, 100%.
See, I think that those experiences make us more careful with our own kids because we know what they're going to do. We're prepared for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that ain't the case.
Well, I had 3 daughters, so I'm assuring you it is the case. I'm sorry to tell you. I'd rather have the boys. They wreck some cars, but those girls, oh my Lord.
Oh, drama. Yeah, but anyway, it's gonna be good. Well, look, Wade, we're sure.
Don't get me all excited or nothing.
Yeah.
We got a little baby girl coming right now.
Yeah, I know.
She's gonna be fine, Wade. She's gonna be fine. Ain't no doubt about it. But anyway,
You just intimidate those boyfriends right up front, you'll be all right.
there you go. Yep, that's gonna
Yeah,
be
that's
it.
what I hear too. That's what I told my first daughter, my oldest daughter. I told her, your first boyfriend's getting shot in the foot, whether he's good or not.
Yeah.
Just to make a principle.
I can see you out there just cleaning that shotgun on the
There
front
you
porch.
go. Man, I don't know, but Wade, I'm excited for you, man. Things are going in your direction, and like I said, if y'all folks are Waylon Jennings fans, y'all need to check out Whey Jennings. Tell us before we go, right quick, how did you get? Now, I was trying to explain that Whey, which is W. How did you end up with Whey Jennings? That's some of the Waylon thing or the W. What's the deal?
Well, yeah, in our family, there's a tradition in the Jennings family. It's the oldest son and the oldest son gets the initials WAJ.
Okay.
And, my grandfather's oldest son is Terry Jennings, which was while he was on the road, my grandmother named him. He kind of broke tradition. And it was really important to my dad to get that back on track. But he didn't want to name me William because everybody called me Willie. He
Right.
didn't want to call me Waylon because everybody's being named Waylon. So he said he named me off a cereal box, really.
I was going to say, it is spelled like Whey cereal, but that's all right.
That's all right.
Yeah. I'm not really sure what was behind that, but, you know, it's my name and I stuck with it. I fought for it my whole life, you know. It's not the most common name, but it's not the worst name I don't
No, that's a good name. That's a
Well,
good
it works.
name.
It's working for you, so laying there with it. So anyway, all right, folks. If
You know, I
y'all
kept the tradition going, too. I named my oldest son William because I don't care if they call him Willie.
there you go. That'll work good. Well, man, I appreciate you getting up and giving us a call this morning. Like I said, we want everybody to go check out Whey Jennings, and he is on social media everywhere. He's got some new music coming out. Of course, like the COVID stuff is got everybody kind of shut down right now. Y'all keep him in your prayers and keep up with him. He's got a baby girl on the way. And, Whey, got anything else you want to shout out to all the riffraff out here?
I just want to tell everybody God bless you and just keep going with what you're going with. Hopefully this thing will live real soon. We can get back out and get back to rocking and rolling, you know.
That's right.
We'll be looking for you.
Well, thanks for getting
Well, I
up this
appreciate
morning
it.
and talking to us, Whey. And if y'all need to know how to spell Whey, that's W-H-E-Y.
Yep. Whey Jennings.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, thank you.
All right, man. You take care.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Thank you for listening. This is Stephen Phillips, host of The Morning Dish. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel because we have a lot more interviews out there to listen to. Plus, you can listen online every morning at WJULradio.com or Lake 97.7 WJUL. And give us a like on our Facebook page, The Morning Dish.